Do you want to work in Japan? This video is for people who are going to work for the first time in Japan. We will explain what kind of people most Japanese companies are looking for and how to work with Japanese people. What is important when working in a Japanese company? If you know some key points, you will find it easier to work with Japanese people. Japanese companies treat their employees like family members. As a result, they place great importance on the concept of one for all for one. You are expected not to have an attitude or act as though your work is more important or of more value to the company than your colleagues. However, some larger companies in Tokyo may have a totally different company culture. When you start working for a Japanese company, you become an employee. You are expected to think and behave as an employee of that company. What is expected of employees? The key points are greetings in Japanese, do one's best, and a style of communication called ho-ren-so in Japanese. When you work with Japanese people, you may have concerns about how to communicate with them in Japanese. You may wonder why Japanese people don't look at you in the eyes when they talk to you. Many Japanese people are not good at English or other foreign languages. Many are not used to looking others in the eyes when speaking. What can you do in such a situation? First, let's try using Japanese, even just for greetings, which everyone uses at work. Specifically, good morning, ohayo gozaimasu. Thank you for your work, otsukaresama desu. Excuse me, I am leaving. Shitsurei shimasu. If you try greeting in Japanese, Japanese employees will respond to you with a smile. If you greet them with their names, for example, with just 2 words, Yamada-san, ohayo gozaimasu, you will get along better. How is your work evaluated in Japan? Many Japanese companies treat their employees like family. So, employees who work hard for their family are highly valued. For example, suppose you were at work and your colleague next to you was having troubles. You were preoccupied with your own tasks, but you worked hard to finish them. However, you did not help your colleague. This would not be appreciated by a Japanese company. Maybe this way of working is new to you, and you are not used to it. What is normal for you is not normal in Japan. What is normal in Japan is not normal for you. While it is important to understand each other's different norms, the company expects its employees to work hard as a team. So, what kind of actions should you take to value teamwork? For example, when your family and relatives get together, don't you try to get to know each other better by talking and listening on various matters? And don't you ask them for advice on your decisions or what you are going to do? In Japan, this is called ho-ren-so and is often required when working. Ho means reporting, ren means communicating, and so means consulting. It means that you tell your boss or colleagues what you are doing, what you are having trouble with, whether the current way of doing things is okay, what the results are, and so on. If you are worried about your Japanese, please consult with your colleagues or use a translation app. What kind of questions will you be asked in a job interview? How should you convey your enthusiasm and intentions? Here are some frequently asked questions which you should keep in mind. In most interviews, you will be first asked to introduce yourself and explain why you are applying to this job. Next, you will be asked about your personality and strengths, along with examples. Employers particularly like examples that show your potential, such as how you faced and overcame difficulties. You will then be asked how you would like to apply your skills and experience to your work. Most interviews are conducted in Japanese. Many companies will focus on whether you can work well with other coworkers and how much you value teamwork. Skills and experience are not the only consideration. The key to getting a job is to fit the image of the employee that the company wants. So, finally, how can you find a job in Japan? Most Japanese companies value your skills and experience, but they value your Japanese language ability even more. If your Japanese language ability is high, you will be able to find a variety of jobs that make use of your skills and experience. If your Japanese language ability is low, you will have fewer options, as you will mainly be looking for jobs that do not require Japanese language. Even if your Japanese is not good enough now, please don't give up. If you only greet others in Japanese or convey your enthusiasm and willingness to continue learning Japanese, you will surely find a way to get the job you want. To work in Japan, you must meet the Japanese language level required for the job you wish to take up. You will also need permission from the Immigration Services Bureau for the type and conditions of work. You will only be hired if your requirements match the expectations of the employer, such as whether you share the company's values and code of conduct, how much experience you have gained adapting to the Japanese workplace, and what skills you have. Find information and services you need, such as learning Japanese, visas and other administrative systems, and support for finding jobs. Then make use of them. You can also find them on our website.